So do you also use LinkedIn lead gen forms to get more leads for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to create or update Mailercloud subscriber from LinkedIn lead gen forms leads. So with here I'm running a digital marketing agency and we use LinkedIn lead gen forms to get more leads for our business. So now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead through LinkedIn lead gen forms, automatically with the help of these same lead details received, a new subscriber should be created in my Mailercloud account too, so that we can create targeted email marketing campaigns for all of these leads. So to do this, we are going to create a connection between LinkedIn lead gen forms and Mailercloud. To create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So do you also want to create this automation for your business? Then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll guide you through the process of automating subscriber management by connecting LinkedIn lead gen forms with Mailercloud. So now whenever a lead is captured through LinkedIn, this integration will automatically create or update a subscriber in Mailercloud. This ensures your email marketing list stays up to date without any manual efforts, allowing you to focus on creating impactful campaigns for your audience. So let's get started. So in order to create a connection between LinkedIn lead gen forms and Mailercloud, I've simply opened the landing page of Pabbly by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. It is very easy, and as soon as we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly, we are going to get two options. One is sign in and the other one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on the sign up for free and you are going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm just going to click on this sign in, and as soon as we are going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. Over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly, like Pabbly Connect, Pabbly subscription billing, Pabbly email marketing, and the rest of the others. But today I am going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications, which is LinkedIn lead gen forms and Mailercloud, right? So I'm just going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account, and now it is opening my dashboard. And to start with this automation, we have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here I want to save the workflow in this folder which says automations, and I want to name my workflow as how to create or update Mailercloud subscriber from LinkedIn lead gen form leads. LinkedIn lead gen forms leads to Mailercloud, and then we are just going to click on this create, and as soon as we are going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. So trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow will run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger. So that's the reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. Alright, so to start with our automation, we have to select our trigger application, which is LinkedIn lead gen forms. So I'm just going to search for LinkedIn lead gen forms right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. Alright, and after selecting the trigger application, it is asking me for the trigger event. So basically trigger event is the event on which the workflow will start. So here what I want is that as soon as a new lead gen form response is captured, my workflow should be triggered or started. So we're just going to select the same as a trigger event, and then we have to click on this connect, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your LinkedIn lead gen forms account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me and click on add a new connection, and then we have to click on this blue button which says connect with LinkedIn lead gen forms. Alright, and as soon as we are going to click on this connect with LinkedIn lead gen forms, it is asking me for the login credentials. So as you can see that I've already entered it, and now I'm just going to click on this sign in, and as soon as we're going to click on the sign in, yes, you can see authorization successful. With this we have successfully connected our LinkedIn lead gen forms account with our Pabbly Connects workflow, And now it is asking me to select the account. So I'm just going to select my account as Pabbly Ads account. Alright, so this is the account. You have to keep in mind that you have to select the same account for which you want to create this automation. And now for the lead form, I'm just going to select it as lead form only. Once again, you have to keep in mind that you have to select the same lead form for which you want to create this automation. Alright, so now we just have to click on this save and send test request. But before clicking on the save and send test request, I'll just let you know that LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms is a pooling based application. So pooling based application means that these applications will not check for new data instantly. They're going to take some amount of time to check for the new data. And over here in the case of LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms, it is saying the trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. Alright, so what will happen is that as soon as I'm just going to click on the save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the last or the latest response made in my LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms. So to capture the desired response, we first have to do the test submission. Alright, so over here you can see that this is the ad. So I'm just going to click on this apply now. Now it is asking for the email address and the phone number. Alright, as you can notice that the first name, last name and the company name has been already selected. So what happens is that I'm using a test LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms account, so that's why these details are defaultly selected. But if you're using a live LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms account, your lead is going to get the option to fill in these details too. Alright, so I'm just going to fill in the email address as this, and then for the phone number, let's say that I'm just going to keep it as this. Alright, now after entering all of these details, we just have to click on this submit. And as soon as we're going to click on submit, it is saying information sent to Pabbly. So now we are just going to click on this save and send test request in order to capture the response of the same. And yes, you can see that we have successfully captured the response for the same. Over here, I'm just going to show you all the details which we entered. Alright, over here you can see the email address which we entered, and you can see the phone number which we entered. Also, you can see the pre-selected company name, and over here you're going to see the pre-selected last name and the first name too, right? So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is generated with the help of LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms, Pabbly is going to capture the response and trigger this workflow. Alright, but as you know that it is saying this trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So if you want to reduce or increase this time, you can go towards this three dots and then set trigger time. Alright, from here you can set your trigger time. I'm just going to keep it as 10 minutes only and move on towards my action step. So what I want is I want to create or update a Mailercloud subscriber from LinkedIn Lead Gen Forms. Alright, so for my action application, we are just going to select it as Mailercloud. So I'm just going to search for Mailercloud right over here, and as you can see the same, so we're going to select it. And now it is asking me for the action event. So for the action event, we have to select it as create or update a subscriber and click on this connect. And as soon as we're going to click on this connect, it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So once again, if you have already connected your Mailercloud account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can click on the select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the API key. And to get this API key, we have to follow this help text, and it is saying you can find the API key under your MailerLite account. Navigate to accounts, then integrations, and then click on API integrations. So as you can see over here on the API integrations, we have a hyperlink. So I'm just going to click on this API integrations and open this hyperlink. And over here you can see that it is redirecting me to the API keys section available under the integration section and the report section of my Mailercloud account. Alright, so it was really easy to come over here because I've already opened my Mailercloud account previously. Alright, so that's why it is always advised to log in your applications before starting with the automation. Alright, so now we have to create an API key, right? For that, I'm just going to click on this create API key, and now it is asking me for the key name. So let's say that I'm just going to keep the key name as new leads. So I'm just going to enter new leads right over here, and after entering this, we just have to click on this generate key. And yes, you can see API key generated successfully. Over here you can see that this is my API key, so I'm just going to copy this API key and then we're going to paste it right over here in my workflow. Now after pasting this, we just have to click on this save, and as soon as we're going to click on this save, yes, you can see that we have successfully connected our Mailercloud account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me for the list, in which list I want to create or update a subscriber. So for that, I'm just going to select my list as LinkedIn LinkedIn lead gen forms leads. All right, now it is asking me for the email, first name, last name, and many other details. So yes, we're going to fill in all of these details one by one from the response of our previous step, but we are not going to enter the details manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we are going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected LinkedIn lead gen forms as our triggered application. So we are just going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So over here I'm going to give you an example that it is asking me for the email, right? So let's say that I'm just going to enter the email right over here manually by typing it like this. Then this will not change with every new response received because this is a static information and I have entered it manually. But let's say that we're going to map this email from the previous response. So I'm just going to look for email in the previous response and map it. Then this will definitely change because my previous response will also change, right? So that's why we do mapping right over here to run our workflow in real time. And now it is asking me for the tags. So if you wish, you can definitely add a tag right over here. I don't wish to add so, and also this is not the required field, so we're just only going to fill in the details which are required. All right, I'm just going to enter the first name right over here. If you wish, you can definitely fill out all the details too, but I'm just going to fill in the required details. I'm just going to map the first name, we are going to map the last name right over here. I'm just going to look for last name in the previous response and we're going to map this. All right, over here I'm just going to map the phone number too. I'm just going to look for it and map it. We are going to move on forward. It is asking for many other details. I'm just going to ignore these because these are not the required fields and click on the save and send test request. And as soon as we're going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see that we have received a positive response that we have successfully created a new subscriber in our Mailercloud account. So I'm just going to open my Mailercloud account and check for the new subscriber created. All right, so I'm just going to open my list and check for the new subscriber created in my list. And yes, over here you can see a new contact has been created with the same email address. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what will happen is that as soon as a new lead is received from LinkedIn lead gen forms, automatically with the help of the same lead details, a new subscriber would be created or updated in my Mailercloud account too. That too without any manual efforts. This workflow is going to run in backend and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, this was it for the video, and if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. And for your reference, I'll just clone this workflow and share the workflow link in the description box so that you can access my workflow. I hope this video was helpful for you. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can integrate many more applications. So if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this website. And if you find our videos helpful, do like and subscribe our channel. Thank you for watching.